Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at all the new Warhammer products available to pre-order this coming Saturday. And it's a great week for Age of Sigmar. They're getting quite a lot of attention. There's some really nice new models and some new Vanguard box sets as well to take a look at. So let's not muck around, let's get started and dive in and have a look at this awesome new Slaves to Darkness box set. We saw these new models in a preview a little while ago, so now it's great that they're finally here and available to pre-order. And what a great looking set. Not an awful lot of models though, you're not looking at too many here. There's going to be 14 miniatures altogether, and that's going to include a Demon Prince, 10 Chaos Chosen, and 3 Ogroid Therodons. Now, while there's not many miniatures, the ones that included are pretty cool, and they've done a great job on these. Those Ogroids are awesome, and they're certainly going to go well with the Ogroid Myrmidon that was released for Warcry, so I think that's really going to be a cool little set. And Demon Prince, brilliant, but they've even done a great job on those Chaos Chosen. So all around, some really cool miniatures, but that's not all you get in the box set. You're also going to get the new Slaves to Darkness Battle Tome, but this is going to be a launch edition, so you're going to get like the special edition version of it, and then that's going to give you all the information you expect to see in these battle tomes with the new rules as well. Then there's the War Scroll cards, and it says they're only going to be available in this set for the foreseeable future, so maybe not separately. Is that what that means? I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. There's going to be 28 enhancements cards and 34 tokens as well, and you can use those tokens to keep track of your rules and special abilities. There's loads more products to look at for Age of Sigmar, but before we do that, I'd like to say a huge thanks to Firestorm Games for sponsoring the channel. I'll put a link in the description down below. It'd be great if you could check out their website, and by following that link, you'll save up to 20% on all your hobby products. And when all these new Ogre Mawtribes and Slaves to Darkness products are available to pre-order next week, you can check the prices out of Firestorm Games and hopefully save some money and get your pre-orders in. And of course, in the meantime, you can certainly order things for other games like Star Wars, Legions, Dungeons and Dragons. You name it, they've got it. So it'd be great if you have a look at their website. Alright, let's get back to it. So here are the Ogre Mawtribes. We've got the Battle Tome. And so again, it's going to get lore, background, history, rules, everything you need, including Path to Glory rules as well. And there's going to be 2 versions available. It's going to be the hardback, the regular type that you're used to, or the limited edition that comes with that nice soft touch cover, gold gilt paid edges, and a red ribbon bookmark. There's only 500 of those available worldwide though, so if you want the special edition one, there's not many available, so yeah, have to get in quick with that one, I think. To go along with the battle tomes, they've also put together a new Vanguard box set for the Ogre Mawtribes, but there's nothing new here. These models are really old. They're going to include the Tyrant, 6 Ogre Gluttons, which used to be Gutbusters, so it gives you an idea of just how old these models are. Then you're going to get the Morn Fangs, you're going to get 2 of those altogether, 4 Lead Belchers, and an Iron Blaster, which you can also build as a Noblar scrap launcher if you wanted to. Although they're old, I quite like the Ogre Mawtribe models they've included here. It's not a bad looking set. I don't know how it would play. What do you think? If you play Age of Sigmar, let me know down below. But the Gutbuster models are pretty cool. I've used some of them and converted them into Cadians, actually. I'm using them for 40k now as Bullgrins and Ogrins, and they worked out really nicely for that. Gave them the big shields, and they look pretty good. Next up is the Blood Pelt Hunter, and we saw this in a preview a while back as well. This is a nice looking model. Doesn't really fit in, I don't think, with the Ogre Mawtribes in the Vanguard box set though. It's certainly got a different vibe to it. So yeah, I'm not really seeing how that's going to go together. It might be because they put the frost and snow on the base, so I'm kind of thinking more towards like the models like the Icebrow Hunter and the Frost Lords and the things like that, so, and the Beast Riders. So I think I'm imagining that really, which don't really fit in with the Vanguard either too well. But still, it's a really nice model. I'm sure it could work well in an army with a little bit of imagination, no problem. Next up, we've got some Man-Eaters. And here we go, we've got 3 of these Ogre Mercenaries. Now, I'm not sure how these are being put together differently. They're not new models, so they're classic models, as it says in the article. So are they just been repackaged so that you buy all 3 together, whereas before they were separate? Not sure about that. If you know, do let us know in the comment section below. Be great to find out. Next up are the Ogre Mawtribes War Scroll cards. You can get 28 cards altogether and 34 tokens for your tactics, special rules and abilities. I don't know what's going on with Games Workshop and DICE lately, but I'm just not feeling it. Each week, sometimes it gets a little bit better, then it gets bad again, and these just don't look right to me. I'm not sure what's going on. Do they even want to make DICE, or are they just going through the motions? Yeah, not too impressed by these at all. The colour's a bit weird. There's just nothing appealing or exciting about them. I remember getting the Warcry dice sets for each of the 4 Grand Alliances, and they were fantastic. So well done, really thoughtful. The packaging was great, the dice were awesome, but these are just terrible. I'm trying to find something positive to say, and I just can't. So let's move on and take a look at the Vanguard Sylvaneth next. So now we're going to get another box set, and they put together what looks like pretty much a Warcry box set that we got a little while ago, well over a year ago now, for the Sylvaneth, where we got the 3 Kurnoth Hunters, and then we got the Tree Revenants as well. But in addition to that, this box is going to give you a Branch Witch, and it's also going to give you a Tree Lord. Now, is this just piecing together some of the older models when they could have put some of the cooler ones in there that we saw recently? I'm not sure, but I think for Warcry, I was happy with the ones they included. So again, does this translate to Age of Sigmar? Is the Tree Lord a good choice? The Branch Witch, does that work? What do you think? Is this a good way to start collecting Sylvaneth for Age of Sigmar? Let me know down below. And finally, for Age of Sigmar, we've got the Sons of Behemat War Scrolls, and this is going to give you 10 reference cards and some tokens as well. Now we're moving on to Horus Heresy, and we're going to go with the Liber Imperium Forces of the Emperor Army Book. So this is going to give you all the rules for fielding armies of Elite Solar Auxilia, as well as Sisters of Silence, Legio Custodes, and the 7 deadly clades of the Officio Assassinorum. I'd be surprised if I said all that right, but I did get through it, and this is going to be available in both physical, hardback, and also digital editions. Now let's have a look at some of the models to go with it, and I've tried saying this name, I'm just going to go for it. Clade Venenum Assassin, and so this is going to be one of the new assassins that we've seen previewed recently. Then Clade Vanus Infocyte Assassin. These names are just ridiculous. Right, okay, so that's two assassins, there's one more, and that's the Clade Adamus Assassin. That's a better one, and this just reminds me of G.I. Joe, so it's a bit of a weird one. A cool looking model though, but I couldn't imagine this fitting in with Horus Heresy. But you might like it, and so if you're a fan of playing the Imperium in Horus Heresy, this could be a good way to get started. There's also going to be some other models like the Solar Auxilia Tank Crew. You're going to get the Solar Auxilia Surgeon Primus, Avos Jovan, and Medicae Orderlies. I'm sure someone's having a laugh with these names, but anyway, these are interesting looking models, not my cup of tea. The one in the bottom right is actually quite cool as a standalone model, but the set as a whole, I'm not really feeling it. But that one down the bottom right could certainly fit in with some other games, certainly, yes, definitely some skirmish games or RPGs. I think that'd be a really cool miniature. Now, the article this week isn't clear which ones are coming from Forge World. So I think those Solar Auxilia Tank Crew, it does say that they're resin crew upgrades. So I think they're going to be coming from Forge World. And it does say that these are Forge World resin models as well. I'm pretty sure the assassins are plastic though, but usually they'd have the little hammer symbol to show it's from Forge World, and they do have that later on in some of the other products. But this little set here, this is also going to be from Forge World in a resin kit, and this is the Solar Auxilia Rapier batteries. And each one is going to come with 2 crew members as well. It doesn't say about having different options to build it, and it doesn't say if they come together as one kit, but just from reading how they've described it in the article, this is going to be 2 separate kits, and each kit will come with 2 crew. Now we're definitely on to Forge World models with some Iron Hand upgrades. It's not the Hand of Saruman. We haven't gone to Lord of the Rings. This is the Iron Hands for Horus Heresy. Get some nice upgrades here in the form of torsos. You're going to get some shoulder pads. And those shoulder pads are going to be for the Mark II models. You can also get them for the Cataphracti Terminators and the Mark IV models as well. So lots of options depending on what you go for. Oh, and those torsos, those are Mark III. The Night Lords are getting some upgrades too. You can get the Mark IV torsos, and then they've got shoulder pads for the Mark II and also for the Mark III Space Marines. It says in the article that all of these resin upgrades are available on a made-to-order basis, and this will be from Friday, so you don't have to wait until Saturday to pre-order. They'll be from Friday, and they're made-to-order. Right, now on to Necromunda. I haven't seen those for a little while, it feels like. So you're going to get a set of 26 cards for your Goliath vehicles. These are your gang tactics cards. Then there's some Prometheum tanks in the form of a refueling station with lots of little extras like the toolkits and some little hoses with a spanner and things like that. You're going to get Prometheum tanks on a Cargo 8 Ridge Hauler trailer, pardon me. And so again, more little tools and things. And finally, you get some Goliath Ash Wastes upgrades. This is going to give you lots of heads, some equipment, which include flasks and ammo packs. That brings us on to the Black Library, where we can get Shadow Sun, the Patient Hunter. This is a limited edition, 2,000 copies available by Phil Kelly. Then Only War, this is stories from the 41st millennium by many authors, including Guy Haley. This is paperback and ebook. Then you got Conquest Unbound, stories from the Mortal Realm this time, in paperback and ebook. Then Kragnos, Avatar of Destruction by David Geimer. This one looks like it's available only in paperback format now. Then there's Inferno, The Emperor's Finest by Chris Raitt. This is 12 short stories available in paperback and ebook. Then there's The Curse of Cain by Gav Thorpe. This one's an audiobook version only. Then that brings us on to Dark Imperium, the Omnibus by Guy Haley, the German edition, and this will be available there in paperback and ebook formats, as will Dark Imperium and Dark Imperium Plague War, although Das Dunkel Imperium does sound a much better title. Again, written by Guy Haley, these are going to be available as ebooks. And finally, it's the Sisters of Battle comics, issues 1 to 5, all packed together in a graphic novel by Toren Gronbeck, Edgar Salazar and Arif Prianto. For Warhammer Plus on Wednesday, you can watch Angels of Death, the final cut, watch the battle report for Age of Sigmar, Loremasters focused on Storm Hosts, and then more additions to the Warhammer Vault. There we go, real mixed bag this week, going all over the place, but really some good models for Age of Sigmar. I think they're the winners there. That Slaves to Darkness certainly looks like a nice box set, although not many miniatures, so it'll be interesting to see how much that's going to be going for, but I think a lot of people are going to like it. It does look really good. And the Ogre Mawtribes, nice to see them getting some attention as well with that new model, and then putting together the Vanguard set. But I'd love to know what you think about this week's pre-order preview. Did anything jump out at you? What was your favourite model or box set from the preview? Let me know in the comments section below. Be great to find out what you think. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit that notification bell too to join me here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.